The first thing Father Elias noticed was the silence. Not normal silence, not the peaceful kind you hear in old churches. This silence felt heavy, like the air itself was listening. The abandoned chapel sat at the edge of a frozen lake, cut off from the town decades ago after strange events no one wanted to talk about anymore. Windows were boarded. The bell tower leaned slightly to one side, yet somehow the front doors were wide open. Father Elias stepped inside, his boots echoing across cracked stone tiles. Behind him, Marcus, the young man they had come for, was strapped gently to a transport chair. He hadn't spoken in 3 days, hadn't blinked much either. His eyes just stared, slightly past people, like he was watching something standing behind them. "Don't let him touch the floor," Father Elias said quietly to the 2 helpers pushing the chair. The deeper they moved into the chapel, the colder it became. Then Marcus laughed. Not loudly, not wildly, just a quiet, low chuckle, like someone remembering a private joke. One of the helpers froze. "I thought you said he couldn't talk." "I said he hasn't," Father Elias replied. They reached the center of the chapel, right under the collapsed dome where moonlight spilled down in a pale circle. Dust floated in the beam like slow snow. Marcus's head tilted. Then, in a voice that was not quite his own, he whispered, "You're late." The temperature dropped so fast their breath turned white. Father Elias opened his book and began reading ancient prayers, his voice steady even as the pages trembled slightly in his hands. Marcus's body went still. Too still. Then the chair began to slide backward on its own, slowly scraping across stone. The helpers grabbed it, terrified. Marcus's eyes rolled upward, showing only white. Then every candle in the chapel, candles that had been melted and dead for years, suddenly flickered to life. Small flames, dozens of them, all burning black at the center. The voice came again. "You left me here, alone." The walls creaked. From somewhere below the chapel floor, a slow, knocking sound began. Knock, knock, knock. Like something buried deep underground was trying to signal upward. Father Elias kept reading. Marcus started speaking in different voices, overlapping whispers, like multiple people trying to talk through one throat. Some begged, some laughed, some just repeated numbers over and over. Then Marcus suddenly snapped his head toward Father Elias. "You can't send me back," the voice said, calm and certain, "because I was never supposed to be here alone." The knocking under the floor grew louder. Dust fell from the ceiling. Cracks spread across the old stone tiles. Then, silence again. Total silence. Marcus slowly lowered his head and smiled. Not a normal smile, a knowing one. Father Elias felt something cold brush past his shoulder. Not wind, not air, like someone walking past him. Very close. He turned quickly. No one was there, but the chapel doors at the far end, the ones they had closed, were now wide open again. Moonlight poured in, and for just a second, he thought he saw multiple shadows moving across the lake outside. Not walking, standing, waiting. Behind him, Marcus spoke one last time in his normal voice. "They're awake now." Then the candles all went out at once. The knocking stopped. And somewhere far across the frozen lake, the old bell, like the one that had no rope and hadn't worked in 40 years, rang. Once, slow, deep, and answering it. From beneath the chapel floor, something knocked back. "So, tell me, if you heard that knock under your feet, would you stay to find out what's waking up, or run before it reaches the surface?"